Hey everybody, welcome back to The Loop. Today I want to teach you that Jesus does amazing things for desperate people. At the end of Mark 10, we read a story about a blind beggar named Bartimaeus. Because he couldn't see, it was hard for him to hold down a job in that day and in that time. And so he spent most of his days begging on the streets of this town called Jericho. In Mark chapter 10, verse 46, we read that Jesus and his disciples were leaving the city. They were on their way out of town, maybe never coming back again. And so when this man realizes that Jesus is passing by, he starts screaming, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." In verse 48, we read that the people in the crowd were annoyed, and so they rebuked him and they told him to be quiet. But he was so desperate. The text says that he shouted all the more, "Son of David, have mercy on me." Listen, desperate people do desperate things. If Jesus walked out of that town and out of his life, he may never have another chance at healing again. So he just kept on crying out to Jesus. And on that day, Jesus responded to the cries of that man. And he showed mercy on the man by restoring his sight. This blind man was able to see for the first time in years. Now, I want you to learn that Jesus has mercy on desperate people, but I also want you to realize that we're all desperate in one way or another. Some of us are desperate for healing, just like this guy. Some of us are desperate for God to work in the hearts and lives of our children. Some of us are desperate for God to help us with a sin that we can't seem to overcome. Some of us are desperate for God to work a miracle in our marriage. Some of us are desperate in our jobs. We don't know if and we don't know how we're going to make it. Some of us are desperate for rest or just a little bit of peace in our lives. Whatever it is, I want to encourage you to cry out to God the same way this man did. Whether you are in your car, in your bathroom, getting ready for work right now, in the kitchen, eating your breakfast, sitting in your office, feeling overwhelmed before the day even starts, cry out to God. Ask Him to have mercy on you and to help you. Invite Him to work in your situation, or even better, invite Him to work in your life. If you want a song to help you finish your time with God today, check out the song "Lord, I Need You" by Maher. It's a great reminder of how desperate we all are for Jesus. I hope it means as much to you as it does to me. Hope you have a great weekend, everybody, and I hope to see you back next week here on The Loop.